Hi-ho, it is your man in Japan, Jay Contra, here at Hard Off in the city of Beppu, Oita, Japan. And I'm showing you something you don't very often see, although you'll see it in Hard Off fairly frequently, but nowhere else, which are some big box PC games that have been sold in, that have been taken in. How much, let's see, how much is Sim People? How much is this gonna cost us? That's gonna cost us about $45. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, if you can even run it on Windows 10, well, $10, not bad. PC gaming's not too big in Japan. Most of and all of it's digital these days. However, you can find plenty of used Japanese versions of games that you might have played 10 or so years ago. Maybe perhaps even 13 years ago. And I actually was just looking around and I found an insane deal. Here we've got the Sega Saturn version of Symphony of the Night for $60. I'm really tempted to pick this up because normally I think this would sell for about 100 or so. And god damn it if I don't want every possible version I can find of Castlevania. Let's move away from the PC games and the other obscure CD games. Let's take a look at the consoles. They have quite a lot. Although I think the prices here are a bit higher than I would pay elsewhere. What did I see? We got some GameCubes over here that are going for like 30 bucks. Did I see any more? Oh, they've got a bunch of them in the box, 30 bucks a piece. We've got a nice silver one. Another silver. Oh, and another silver. And then here we've got the slim model of the Xbox 360 going for 80 bucks, or you can get the super slim for an extra $100. However, it does include Halo 4. I think it might include another game as well. Yeah, it also comes with Tomb Raider. So apparently that makes it worth an extra $100, or you could get the R2-D2 Connect version of the Xbox, which I'm actually very interested in. And I thought would be very cool because it's very unique. There weren't too many variants on the Xbox 360, and having an R2-D2 one would be very nice. N64, $40. We got a Sega Saturn, $30. Slim PS2 for $80. Those are really holding their value. Oh yeah, and this is really cool. This I really want to get someday. But the LCD screen for the Slim PS1. That'd be super cool. I'd love to be able to take that around. Play Final Fantasy VII. You want to play that on the Vita? No, I want to play it on the original machine. Oh yeah, okay, so I saw this. This is Neo Geo CD top loader, 120 bucks. But then you go over here, and it's $200. And I can't exactly figure out why, except this has the manual. This seems to be a complete version, while this one, I don't think it has the manual with it. I think so. Let's see, does it have the... Oh yeah, and if you want to carry it around, much like the GameCube, it's got a handle. And we've got a, normal, probably maybe launch day PlayStation for 30 bucks. Got a lot of stuff. You can get a seat, you can get the Pro controller. What do they call this? Well, let's see, yeah, Controller Pro. Just you got the stick for, I think it's 50 bucks. Yeah. Another Sega Saturn. This one in the box for 40. How much is the PS2 in the box when it's slim? It is 120. So you gotta pay 40 extra bucks for the box. And then here we have something that's unique. This is, oh, holy shit. So so let's just look at the base unit. This is and it's got the adapter. Okay, so this is the Core Graphics variant, the white one of the PC Engine. And it looks like it's got the adapter that will let you, instead of using I think it's like a serial port or something on the back, it actually lets you use the component or the composite, whatever they call that, in order to connect it into your TV. But then, this is very special, this controller. You'll see this is a laser active controller. It might actually be quite valuable because it should be a white controller, like a kind of red and white controller that goes with this. It matches the color of the console. But this, laser actives are very expensive, very rare. You hardly ever find the controllers. 50 bucks for a SNES. Man, everything SNES is going up. The SNES The SNES Mini's coming out soon. Do they have any in the box? Oh, no. I guess they don't. They're hard to find now. We just got through the Famicom boom. Now we're heading through the Super Famicom boom. Now, what do we have in here? We've got the big box version of Majora's Mask. This... okay, well, it's supposed to come with the expansion pack, but this one does not. This was the normal... Oh. This... So you see, this is what came inside here. Although I'm sure this is just, you know, you've got one in here and then someone opened up their big box and sold hard off this one. We've got Top Gear Rally. Okay, that's fine, I guess. What do we got? We got Star Fox 64. This is the version that does not come with the Rumble Pack. That's another big box that looks like the Majora's Mask one. Anything else that's good? We got Gooey Man. Let me just Gooey Man. $10. Looks like the games here are pretty consistent, $10 or so. We got Donkey Kong Country 2, $10. Pilot Wings, $2. What a steal. Got Puyo Puyo Sun, third Puyo Puyo, $10. Oh, nothing too good in there. Oh yeah, let's go down here because I saw a bunch of PC Engine CD and Dreamcast games. So let's see what we can find. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Eye of the Beholder for $30 for the Sega CD. What is this? Soul Star. Can we get some screenshots? Well, it's like a kind of shooter kind of deal, but it doesn't have the manual. That's weird. What is this? I don't know. It's Animu. But body arm? I don't know. Oh, Rebel Assault. Oh my god, that takes me back. I never played the first Rebel Assault, but I did play Rebel Assault 2. That was a good. I thought it was a good game. I haven't played it in like, 20 years, so I have no idea how I would react to it these days. What have we got for the PC Engine CD? Ranma 1.5. Oh wow. What is this? Body Sufor? What happened to all the manuals of these games? They just take them out? Like, what kind of monster would just move the manual out of these games and not keep them together? Bastard? Bastard, yeah, wow. There is so much PC Engine CD stuff that's just kind of languishing because it never got a proper localization, so people don't really know about it, especially as obscure as the PC Engine CD was. Then we got Fighter's History Dynamite for the Neo Geo CD. I see another one in here. What was this one? This was, ooh. What was it? Galaxy Fight. $20, well, thereabouts. We got Virtual Fighter. I think this is a Dreamcast launch title. Very popular, that's why it's $3. We got Shenmue 1. Anything else? Panzerfront. This is kind of semi-rare. It's a very uncommon Dreamcast game. I think it's like a tank sim game. You just kind of roll around Europe, blast away at people. Let's move on. Oh, right over here we got some Genesis games. Once again, I will complain about Genesis games and their prices because they've become quite the collector's item here. Sonic 3 for $30. Galaxy Force for $15, I think. Yeah, it's a shooter. Yeah, kind of, I don't know, what would you call that? Like a third person? I mean, it's not a vertically scrolling shooter like Whip Rush is. Well, no, Whip Rush I think is horizontal. Yeah, Whip Rush is pretty good. That's a good game. $10. That's actually a good deal. Although the cover's faded, but I wouldn't mind that for $10. What else do they have? They got loads of PlayStation 2 games. Lots of PS3 games. Oh, and look, here's Nier Automata. $60. Let's see. Oh, I can get Pokemon Yellow. I think Pokemon Yellow, $10? Holy shit! I think this is going for like $50 if it was the American version. Got Pokemon Blue. This is the technically the third version in Japan, since in Japan they got Red and Green first. Can't see any greens around in the box, though. See, Darius Twin, $10. Final Fantasy VI, $3. Super Ghosts and Goblins, or Ghouls and Goblins, whatever, $20. Comes with the manual. Mario Twins Racing, $7. Got a couple PC Engine games down here. Let's look at this showcase. Oh, there's a Castlevania game for the Game Boy. Those are pretty expensive. See, we've got Dracula Gaiden, Castlevania for the Game Boy, $45 complete. We got some Mega Man games. Oh, we've already got Breath of the Wild coming in, $50 for the complete set. Not that it comes with anything besides the cartridge. Oh, Galaxian. I actually just played this. Galaxian is really fun. You can get it for $5. Oh, look, there's Mother. $20. Now I'm really thinking of that Sega Saturn version of Symphony of the Night. I really want it, but I don't have the money for it. Oh. Get some Dragon Ball in your face. Oh, hold on. What's this? We got, X4. Special limited edition of Mega Man X4. How much is it? $20. Probably can't see it. Let's go over here. Oh, we got some more Mega Drive games. We got Street Fighter 2. Hope you got the 6-button controller. Darius 2. Would love to get that. We got Tatsujin. You may know it as, what was the English name for that? I can't remember. Afterburner 2. Oh, Truxton, I think, is what they call that. And we got, Streets of Rage 2. Love it. I think Streets of Rage 2 is probably better. Although Streets of Rage 1 had the much better soundtrack, to be honest. For some reason, Alpha 2, $60, even though apparently they're knocking a few bucks off for the manual and the box having some damage to them. Super Mario Collection, $25. Area 88, supposed to be a good shooter. I'll get around to buying it one of these days. We got Super Metroid for, I think it's clocking in $45. That's a bit expensive. I've seen it better other places, but I've also seen it more expensive elsewhere. We got okay, so this might blow your mind, but we got Mega Man X3. It does not have, it doesn't have the inner casing. And it's got a problem with its manual, but it's going for $70 as opposed to, I think, the $300 that the cart gets. I mean, holy crap! Some of these games, I mean, even in Japan, expensive prices for Japan are very cheap compared to their American versions. Oh, and a final limited edition Final Fantasy III DS Lite. That'd be a cool pickup. Controllers, $10. Wow. Yeah, why buy new ones for Smash when you can just buy the used ones for $10? Oh yes, and the big pile. So we got Pokemon Emerald, $10. Mega Man X2, $20. Mario Twins World, $12. No, I actually need to pick this up at some point, but Balloon Fight, the first game that came out in 1985 for the Famicom, $15, not bad. I'll get that one of these days. Oh, Super Mario RPG, my favorite RPG. I never actually owned it in America, but I borrowed it from a friend. That's when I figured out the Super Nintendo was super good, and this is just $20. It's way more in America. Anything else that is good? Oh, Gun Hazard, yeah, that's pretty cool. Never came out in the States, but Front Mission Gun Hazard is a pretty cool side-scrolling action game released by Square. It's got a bunch of spin-offs. Well, I think it in and of itself is a spin-off of the Front Mission series that I've never played. Custom Robo is a great N64 game that we never got. It's really cool action. Let's see if I can show you what's going on. Very cool. $10, not bad. Definitely worth picking up if you want to try import N64 games. Let's see, Kirby, $10. Rainbow Islands. Why is this 50 bucks? I know it's a Mega Drive game, so that explains something, but... Well, it's 50 bucks. Oh, and that brings me to the other expensive Mega Drive games. We've got Underline, which is a shooter, and Veritex, I think another shooter. Underline is $150, and Veritex is $80. Oh, and although they recently announced that they will be producing more mini Famicom computer systems, you know, the USB, HDMI emulator boxes, but this one is used, and it's $100. Like, what? Yeah, so that's more. What are these? Anything good? We got Donkey Kong Country 3, $10. Ooh, Super Street Fighter 2. No manual. Hold on. Oh, apparently they've got a copy of the manual. Well, I guess I can appreciate that, but $10 seems a bit steep. Final Fantasy V, $9. I can't remember if I have the Final Fantasy in the box. I should have. Oh, uh-oh. I knocked over the PlayStation. Oh, how silly of me. Oh, Castlevania. See, Dreamcast, 40 bucks. I do need to get a Dreamcast in the box. It's one of the few systems I haven't gotten yet. Let's go back to the junk section. We got a nasty-ass PlayStation 2 that looks, I mean, it's very dusty. It is 30 bucks, though. It played games, and it played DVDs. But I think there might be some difficulty with the tray. Oh, yeah, and so there was this. This is a complete, I believe, white. Hold on, let me see if I can find a console. No, it doesn't look like they have the outer, you know, they don't have the console out of the box, but this is the white Sega Saturn. The only problem with it is that it reads games perfectly fine, but I think there's a problem with the tray lock. So sometimes the games will just pop out, but it could be yours for $20. That's 20 bucks cheaper, I think, than what we just saw it for out over where they normally sell the consoles, over there. So if you could figure out how to fix the lock, you'd probably be golden. It's got to be a cheap fix. And we got just loads of Wii's. You know, they're $10, $5 now. You see, like this, see? Yeah, see, it says, yeah, it played games, but it's $5. I mean, yeah, it's kind of really fucked up. It's got some scratches on it, but I bet you one day, much like how the Famicoms, sometimes you can find them. You find them in the box, they'll be $200. Sometimes out of the box, they'll be $5. Sometimes they'll be $40. This one, see, the thing about buying just a regular Famicom like this is you're like, oh shit, a Famicom, $5. Great. Only problem is, Famicoms, they plugged in via RF. So you have to have an RF switch to go with this. And those, you know, I don't know if they sell aftermarket RF switches anymore. I'm sure you could find some. Usually you can find them in the junk sections. Here would be a good place. Let's see, what's up? Oh, well, here we've got a Super Scope in the box, but it's only the scope. You don't have the receiver, and there's no game. There's no, what was it? Super Scope 9? It's like 9 games bundled onto one cartridge. Oh, here's the virtual gun. Holy shit. Don't try and bring this through through security at the airport. Oh, it does look really cool, though. Oh, man. Oh, I want it. I'm trying to expand my my Sega Saturn collection. If I can have that, that would be a real prize. I just gotta figure out how to get that home if I ever do end up going back home. We got some records. I want to buy a record player, but I really don't know how records work, so that's a problem for another day. Go to the junk. Look at this. Oh, this cool orange Game Boy Advance. What's the problem with it? See, it played games, but it's, you know, sold as is. Can't really see. They put it right over the screen, so I can't tell how messed up it is. But $10. That might just be. It's got a few scratches. You might not be able to tell from. You can see them a bit, but it might just be fun to have. I wish I could get it in the box though. We've got a Famicom Disk System game. What's your problem, PSP? Yep, did not play games, so it's kind of useless unless you know how to fix PSPs. I, for one, do not. They're so tiny. How could you even get in there? Lineage 2. Oh my god, I remember playing Lineage 2. I think I played it for like 2 hours, realized it was the worst game that I had ever played, and then threw out the disc. No, that's a lie. I still have the disc somewhere, but I would never, ever play Lineage 2 again. Junk PS3 games. I'm getting too old for this. Xbox games got into the junk pretty quick, though. I mean, they say they're in the junk, and you'd think, oh, the junk. The thing about the junk is everything is sold as is. So, you know, there's no returns. I mean, you'd think, oh, maybe that means something's defective. But really, it just means that they're not really in a Japanese saleable condition, which means they're not perfect. See, I wonder... Oh, $3 for this controller. The stick is broken, but that can be fixed. You can always get a replacement. Oh, look at it. Someone put a little Bowerman sticker on this controller. See, this stick is fine. Only problem with this controller is you might not be able to tell from the light, but it's a little dirty. Probably would clean up fine. Here we got Super Famicom controller. Probably works great. Just got some, like, you might not be able to tell, but the thing about Super Famicom controllers is that they get this, like, almost like yellowing or browning where these two plastic pieces join. I don't know what causes it. Huh. This is a PSP... Oh, Vita case? I need a PSP case. I can't find new PSP cases anymore. And I recently acquired a nice Disgaea PSP that I'd like to protect. Oh, so these are the RF switches I was talking about. See, this plugs into your TV into the coax port. And one of these, yes, you might, hold on. Yeah, you see on the left is the coax that goes in your TV. This plugs into the RF port on the back of the Famicom. So this is $5. So you can have a working Famicom for about $10 if you pick this up. Might actually be worth doing. I don't think I have one out of the box. I was lucky enough to find one in the box for $10. Those, you know, in Akihabara go for massive amounts of money, especially if you can find the square button ones. Those are multiple, like more like $400 or $500. I'm gonna run out of time, but man, we did barely scratch the surface. But my phone only has so much space, and hard-offs just have so much stuff. So my phone's running out of space. But if you want to see me go back to hard-offs that I've already visited, just leave me a note, and I'll be happy to go back, see what they got in, see if I can go look at games that I haven't seen before. But I'm gonna sign off real quick. I've been Jay Contra coming at you from the hard-off in Beppu, Oita. Thanks for watching, and mahalo.